what it is. So guys, if you've been seeing my shorts lately, you probably got to see that I was able to play the beta for Synduality Echo of Ada, which actually hadn't happened to me in quite some time. And I was admittedly very excited for it. Not just to have a testing experience again, but due to the fact that it's an extraction shooter with mechas. Mechas that heavily remind me of the ones from Sakura Wars, with their bulky little cores. And honestly, I never played extraction shooters that much. So it's also like a new experience for me to, you know, kind of understand. And we start off by creating our own AI personal navigator helping buddy girl that I named Navi because I mean, that's what she is. And just like her namesake, she never shuts up. But really, I don't really have a problem with that. Didn't have a problem with it in Ocarina of Time. Don't have a problem with it here. I honestly don't know what all the hate is about. But the gameplay loop is really simple. You go out on the open sandbox world thingy to gather these crystals, which are like the energy source for humanity in this bleak, apocalyptic, monster-infested world future that they made us. And then come back, get paid, easy peasy. Upgrade your mecha, upgrade your base, you know, the usual. And I can appreciate that there's a lot of lore elements that kind of dictate some parts of the gameplay. And usually I am all for that. An example was like these rogue mecha pilots that roam around and try to kill you. They do that because they want to monopolize these crystals, which are these, you know, very valuable energy source in the days. You know, it gives you a reason for why you have these enemy mechs in the first place. And also for the game being PvPvE. Yeah, I know. I had a lot of fun trying to build my mech to do what I wanted it to do, which was exploring. You can totally customize it. The progress in the base was really cool to see too. But all of that aside, to me, the game seems really, really unforgiving. When you die, you lose everything. You can insure it, but like they only cover it by money, and it comes like 2 hours later from the point where you died. And if you don't bail out, which I chose to not do purposefully just to see what happens, you lose your AI girl too. I was so freaking scared of this. First, because I didn't read the tutorial that well, and second, because I thought I just had lost her forever. There was already an emotional attachment there, dude. Like, I named her and everything. It's like when you lose this Pokemon you really like when doing a Nuzlocke. And then after that, you're forced to like go to like a mission with no AI partner at all. And I thought that was freaking cool because it like showed me how powerless I was and try to actually get my objectives done here and what the hell I was and where I was supposed to go. Really makes you think twice about shit talking Navi. But hey, after a successful solo mission, she came back. I was really happy, except she was, poor girl, she was like a wreck. But oh no, it really sucks to die in this game. I don't know why, but I usually always died right in the end of my battery time limit, right as I was trying to go to the extraction point. Yeah, it was a skill issue or like just lack of planning on my part in some cases, but also the game just decides to put these rogue mecha leader guys right in the extraction points. I wonder why. But hey, what goes around comes around, and you can just like find these mechas or these players that died and left, you know, lost all their stuff there, and you can just get all their shit. It's just there for grabs. Happened to me like twice or 3 times. So tomato, this is kind of what encourages PvP to happen, because if they kill you, they can just take all your stuff like a school bully. PKs get put like a bounty on their heads too, like depending on how much they killed people, and that's pretty metal. So yeah, just don't get too attached to your mecha or to the stuff that you just collected, because you just never know when disaster might strike. Like I said, even if you insured your mecha parts, they only come back in monetary value like 2 hours later, and the stuff that you did extract, is just gone. Forget about it. But even if I died a lot, I was actually able to make a decent amount of money and decent progress on my base remodeling thing part of the game. So I'm not thinking it might be that bad in the long run, like in the official release. Plus, this like danger of always dying, I think it's a natural way to like promote group missions, right? Like pairing with other players to go out on missions. Because that's what humans fucking do. We band together and we try to survive when there's danger. I don't know if this is like a freaking genius move on the developer's part or just a sadistic one. Yeah, who knows? Maybe even both. Your AI also has this like cool ultimate attack move that I kind of felt like I could use like 2 or 3 times, maybe maximum, during like each deployment. Also, I feel like there should be an easier way to track like the items that you need for your upgrades in the base or mech. In like 6 hours of gameplay, I just couldn't find this damn ore. And my poor little Navi was a wreck the whole time because I couldn't build the freaking bathroom. Horrible pilot I was. Freaking ashamed. Well, you know, that's probably a beta problem. When the game's actually out, you can just Google whatever you need and you can find it. So I do think that the gameplay loop is fun, and like finding people's stuff on the ground is just a crazy experience. It's like getting a good roll in a gacha. So that's the positives, but I do want to talk about 2 things that I really didn't like about the game. The first one is the rain. And no, this is some Hideo Kojima shit. but there's this sort of acid rain that just happens periodically during your missions. And it's like a central part of the world building for the game's lore, because this is what like made the humans retreat underground. Yeah, I know, it's just like Death Stranding. But that's why you need to go out and gather the crystals and then come back anyways. The thing is that while you're on the missions, it starts to rain. And when it starts to rain, your mecha's freaking armor starts to melt down. So you have to scramble to find shelter and then just wait the rain out. Either that or just use like these items that can recover your armor for you. But those are really heavy for you to take, so you don't want to take like a million of them. You're probably going to have to like just stop everything that you're doing and seek shelter whenever like the rain gets really, really hard. And once you're in the shelter, you just stand there and look at your teammates and go like, huh, crazy weather we're having, right? Again, goes with the lore. It's fucking annoying. And it even feels more like a waste of my time, especially because they only give me like 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how you build your mech, to be able to be out here in the first place. And then you keep me here for what, like 2 or 3 minutes-ish during the whole session, just doing nothing. I don't know, man, maybe sometimes even more. And it's just not fun to just sit here and I don't know, man, just check my Twitter while I wait for the rain to freaking stop. I don't know. If I was a developer, maybe I would kind of rethink that aspect. And my second gripe isn't with the game directly, and is probably something that they are going to fix, and it's more to do with the connection issues that I had during the beta test. But of course, I'm pretty sure that server stress was also being tested during this run, so I suppose it's to be expected, right? But I rubber banded so much. I honestly never really knew where I actually was in the game, and I actually really want you guys' input here. If you're watching this and you played the beta, how was it for you? Was the connection issues that bad? Like, my internet isn't the best, but I'd never had any problems playing like Grand Blue Relink or Final Fantasy 14, like really no major issues, so I don't think it is with me. Again, they're probably going to fix it, but the reason why I'm saying this is because this is extremely bad, especially in a game that punishes you so hard for dying. Because if I'm going to die and lose everything that I did in this 15 to 20 minute run, then it better be my fucking fault. Not because the enemy suddenly stopped taking damage and oh my gosh, it's over there now, I'm suddenly dead. By the time it's over, you don't even know what's real anymore. Again, honestly, I think that's going to be taken care of. Overall, guys, positive experience. Definitely a different kind of game from, you know, everything that I play, really. You can call me a filthy casual, but it's probably a tad too punishing for this guy. But of course, I only got to play a small amount of time. Even though they gave us 3 days, I only played like about 8 hours. So when it comes out, depending on how my time is and what I'm playing at the time, I am considering looking at the reviews and actually buying and trying out the official release and see where that takes me and what they were able to like make better from what the experience was right now. What do you guys think? Were you able to participate too? What was your experience like? Do you prefer Helldivers over something like this? I mean, if nothing else, this game at least has an AI waifu for you. That's something over Helldivers, isn't it?